Tonight on Game Wolf Plays, does coffee equal cardio? I don't know, but I'm hot as hell. Welcome back. Game Wolf Plays, the Doom 2 mod, Hell 2Pay, H2P. Not to confuse with hit points or something else. There'll be Hell 2Pay, Game Wolf Plays. Oh yeah, we're just gonna waltz right in the next level as it. Look at that transitionary stuff. You can tell us nail level because it's in caps lock, at least camo case. Eyeballs coming out the window, or whatever these caco things are called now. I'll just call them cacos because they are. If it walks like a caco and it sinks like a caco, it's a caco. Trick is, they don't do those things. That's how you know. It certainly doesn't walk and talk like a duck, though. Because they're not witches, they're demons. Learn the difference, TM. Alright, got imps in Hollywood Squares windows, except these are poor excuses for windows. Some of them manage to walk out while the floor is going down, and some of them do, which means I'm going to have to pick them off one by one. Because, screw that. Noises. Screwing all the noises of all the toyses. Getting all the boyses into the yardses. Wow. I think he missed his opportunity to shoot me, and oh, you know what? He was right at the edge, so he must have gotten stuck. Collision detection's a bitch for 2D sprites. Alright, so in this room on the left side, I can't actually go on the left side that has the map in it. I would have liked to have that map, but I can't get it. This is unfortunate. However, you can get to the right side, otherwise, I don't know how you do this level without the red key. This part of this level in particular kind of reminds me of a bit of that Crusher level a little bit. At least the way the lift works. There's even one where you have to like walk off the side of it. I forget if it was this level or another one, but it reminds me of that. We got some interesting textures all of a sudden. You see those green ones? Those don't belong in a Doom game. What's going on here? All I know is if you're sensitive to lights, maybe you shouldn't be watching any video games at all. Sorry. Actually, no. The only time I've played a video game that's caused a seizure has been much older DOS games and NES games. So basically, 80s stuff you gotta worry about when it comes to seizure, because no one knew about that stuff. It'd just be like, flashing lights, that's fun, but, you know. Until they realize why we can't just flashing lights anywhere, because it hasn't been tried, not since the television. By the way, Porygon in Pokemon is banned, because, well, if they had to keep showing the Porygon, they'd have to refer to that episode where it was banned. What's Porygon's deal anyway? It's like, with Mewtwo, it's like genetically engineered, but with Porygon's like, we created virtual reality. It's like, you're gonna drop this whole virtual reality lore on me in the Pokemon world and not even go into detail? And then just refer to Porygon 2 and Porygon Z later as if nothing happened? My god. You ought to know better than your friends at the Spider Mastermind Academy. Doing a DCMA on the SMA for the Mixed Martial Arts MMA, HMA, whatever MA, Ma. What's going on under this green line? I don't know, but this is what I like to call the Green Mile. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Don't ask me about that movie school. That's a question you're gonna have to answer yourself at a later date. Go into these computer terminals that probably do something I'm unaware of. But yeah, the goal of this level is to just prevent the missiles from going off. Unfortunately, one of the missiles does go off, despite everything. So only part of the Earth is fucked. Yeah, that's a weird thing to put in there. It's like, oh, it's doomed anyway. It's like, why did you even make me try? You're the plot writer. Stop blaming me. It's always weird when the writer tries to go after the audience. It's like, okay, Stanley Parable, calm down. Okay, Spec Ops the line, calm the fuck down. It's like, you wrote this. Or like, if a Netflix series is just like, how dare you watch this? It's like, oh, well, I guess I'll delete you then. It's like, why advertise yourself if you didn't want to be seen? This I do not understand. It's just a total, like, shame the audience for even indulging in it. Sure, I guess, if you want to... Yeah, it's like, we got your money already. We're gonna make you feel bad for giving us your money because you're stupid. Great. Now I feel dumb in multiple ways. Going to the ways of our people. The ways of our people are not written in stone. Here's this guy who's shooting through the windows. Oh, he's chain gunners through the windows. Also reminding me of the Crusher level. Also kind of reminds me of that... the level of Crusher sitting there when there's chain gunners on an assembly line. That always seems to work out, doesn't it? No, it's worse if you have like something like Revenants. Look, yellow skulls that have nothing to do with the yellow key. They're just there to look cool with the purple lights. I don't know at this point. Because it seems like there's no purpose for that texture. At least the green walls, I see we're trying to use them, but purple lights around yellow skulls at just one part of this level and not really seen anywhere else. I have no fucking clue why they did that. All it does is single out this level from all the rest, which is your goal, then congratulations, you try to make it memorable. I shall stop this missile from going off. The North Carolina Reaper is deadly missile. That's the joke. Actually, yeah, imagine if peppers were named after, like, B-22 bombers or something. It's like, yeah, this chili pepper is actually an F-22 Raptor. Okay. Is it a stealth fighter? As in, you don't feel it until you're already gone? Yes. Trident switches are so fun because they try to blend in with all the Trident memorabilias. Memorabilia. Make up songs to the music because no one else has done that before. These two obscure mods that aren't necessarily obscure. They're not obscure, they're just not popular. Difference mine. Nothing really obscure about it. I mean, maybe, but I guess you'd have to know where this even was because, I mean, I can't imagine how anyone got this back in this. It's like, oh wow, where's this Doom CD that I was looking for? And this is assuming everyone who played Doom got past the shareware stuff. Newsflash, they probably didn't, which is why they created Doom 2 to be like, fine, buy our whole game instead of just doing it. And that's how shareware died. Because people smartly only played the one episode because we don't have money to buy games. Hello? And then you play like the other episodes of DOS games, which no one plays, and then you're like, why is this hard as shit? Well, that's intentional. Because obviously, if you're that dedicated to the game, of course you're going to play the harder shit. That's just what happens. See Commander Keen for more information. Holy shit. Seriously though, why is Commander Keen so freaking hard? I think Commander Keen is like the inspiration behind Kaizo Mario. Almost. Practically. It would make too much sense. Dun, 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 dun. Shadow metal mutant monsters of the world unite against world hunger. People in hell need to eat too. They get hungry, but they need to eat you. So do cannibals just fucking starve? They're not cannibals because they're not human. That is weird. Very strange. You know it's weird. Auto-cannibalism is just like, it's not going to be like a black hole. You're not going to grow your limbs back after you eat them. Idiot. It's like, no, I'm chubby, but I'm just a chubby torso who ate his arms and legs. Like, good job. Now you're going to die. Tenements? That's not the name of this level. It's because I couldn't be bothered. That's okay. In other Doom mods, won't have weird stuff like that happening. Although, there is an excuse to lost episodes of Doom, which is just, I think the level titles may have been longer than the DOS would have ever allowed. Yeah. Like, the more I think about it, the more I think of the lost episodes of Doom are just, eh? Actually, there was some weirdness in Perdition's Gate, now that I think about it. Especially the secret levels. What was that shit? I don't know. It was really weird, though. Like, that one teleporter maze, I didn't even understand the logic of it. I just had to memorize what I was doing. That's not really cool. Especially if you can accidentally get soft locked in it, which did happen to me. I didn't much appreciate that, but then again I thought, wait, how many people actually do this level of this mod? So that leads me to believe that a lot of stuff on the internet is just untested, because we can't have people test everything, otherwise we'd have to pay them, and how dare we pay them? Instead, we're going to release early access stuff that's never going to be completed, no matter how long it's released. That's why I'm so against games that constantly update, especially when they change Team Fortress 2 in a completely different game. It's changing even more because it's still getting updates. What the fuck? I've stopped caring so much by this point. I was already done. I was already done more than 5 years ago. What the hell? To be fair, that onus is on me, because I thought I could just get to an arena shooter with people who are playing it, and then I'm like, wait, they're not taking the game seriously? Oh, joke's on me. Can't have it both ways. Then you have the man versus machine stuff, which is just a money sink. Whoa. Why would you do that? Just to collect other things? Valve needs your money. Valve needs the money. Epic needs the money. Everyone needs the money, so who gets the money first? The person who already had the most money getting more money because they need it most. Logic. This is me trying to go over there, but realizing I'm blocked by an invisible wall. If you think you get in there without no clipping, let me know. It's unimportant, however, ultimately, but it kind of sucks, because it feels like I just waltz on over. Alas. Touch grass. Oh, I hate this part. Because you're going to waltz in there, and then, like, suddenly out through the windows, you're going to have the paint elementals come out. And that is a very annoying place to have them, because I have to wait for these walls to go down, up, in order to get through. But here's one guy already. So let's deal with him now, while he's on the other side. But there's going to be more of them. And I'm not going to like it. Especially when they have the Lost Souls come out. Made of liquid metal sauce. It's delicious for your mouth, except it's going to burn your tongue. Tongues can burn. Tungsten burns. Actually, no. Tungsten. How about bismuth? That's right. Bismuth, the metal that makes it so you don't poop, or the opposite. It controls digestion. Maybe, not really, it's just a funny thing to call it. What is tungsten and what is it used for? Why does it sound like an alternate universe metal that doesn't exist, even though it does? Because we don't think about these things all the time. All the obscure things that no one really talks about but are useful to our country and world and everywhere, the planet, the universe maybe, if the universe had life on it, which maybe it does, but it's too far away. Are we one of a kind? Are we alone in this universe? What the fuck? Don't drop me questions like that in the middle of the game. little liquid metal spheres. Well, good thing there was a megasphere to save my ass. Damn, that was like very optimal. 6% health, touch megasphere, boom. Optimal gameplay, only on Gaming Wolf's optimal gameplays. Plays. So you're probably wondering, why is it just called Plays? Because there's many people named Gaming Wolf, and I had to take this. That's it. That's all there is to it. Gaming Wolf is like the John Smith of the internet. And that's almost true for me in reality, in a sense, with the difference being, because of the fact I appear normal, I instinctively do not act normal. Isn't that odd? Actually, yes. And yet, somehow I'm okay with, like, stuff that's well-known, popular, cliche, kitsch. And yet, it seems like it's original at all the same time. I think that's the true essence of the Gaming Wolf. So, there you go. Who knows what the true essence is? Look, let me just do what I do. Please. Please! Enough of these Green Mile jokes. Just because we're gonna have this one level with green lines on it doesn't mean squat. I believe that's the exit? It's about to be the exit. It's just, it's not marked as an exit. Trust me, though, this is the exit. I just have to walk out first. There we go. Only one rocket got through, so you're only half screwed. But you have to stop stop the other launch. It's like, oh great, we just made a huge crater on Earth. I'd say I wish that these mods provide custom pars, but some do. Leave that for the speedrunners of the world. There's always plenty of Doom speedruns you can find on the internet, by the way. I think there's a whole website dedicated to that, and you can load them in any source port that you choose. But how do we know the demos are compatible? That's a good question. The question of the ancients. It's like when you have like a TASBot that you think recreates everything the system will do. But what do you do when the emulator's not accurate and the TASBot is like, what moves is it coming up with? Is it stupid?